I think the first question that came up was, hey guys, what are your thoughts on archive.org or the Wayback Machine? Does Google crawl this? Can we build links to the URLs, and if crawled, would it be counted as duplicate content, et cetera, of our website? That's a good question. I think, are you asking build links to like the archive.org snapshots of the pages? You know, if that's the question that you're asking, I believe my former partner, or one of our former partners, Marco, had done testing with that years ago. I can't remember what the tests were and whether we determined we should build links to it or not. I can't remember. I know that was being tested in the mastermind by Marco. I believe it was by him many years ago, but God, that would have been probably back in the beginning days of RYS Academy, which is where Drive Stacks were born. You know what I mean? So that would have been back in 2015. So 8 years ago. So a long time ago. I can't remember what the results of those tests were, or else I'd have a better answer for you. I don't know. That would be a good test. I don't think it would be duplicate content. It wouldn't be counted as duplicate content. It's a different domain, right? Duplicate content only occurs on the same domain, really. And it's not even really duplicate content. I mean, it can cause problems on the same domain, but duplicate content is not real when it's on other domains. It's the original and copies, right? That's like press releases. There's the original press release distribution point, and then it gets picked up and republished across hundreds of other media outlets, and it's an exact copy. And it's not duplicate content. It's the original and copies, right? So it's not duplicate content unless it's on the same domain, period. End of story. That question has been coming up since SEO was invented. And I imagine it's going to continue coming up. But yeah, I don't know what the results of that are, but hey, test it, guys. Remember, I mean, if I had an answer, I'd certainly give it to you. And I don't remember what the test was on that, or what the results were. So I can't give you the best answer on whether it's worth doing or not, but you could always test that. It's not going to hurt anything, right? I mean, well,
from what I remember, like we tested the whole thing in combination with the Alexa.
Yeah, domain authority stacking.
Yeah, exactly. With that, I think we had it working, but not sure about anything else.
Yeah, I remember that. That was the domain authority stacking and shit. That was pre-2015. Well, that was around that time, 2013 to 2015 timeframe. And yeah, but that's not really a method that I still use anymore. But when I said it can't hurt you, that's wrong. It potentially could, if you were to like use spammy links and things like that, that could potentially cause problems, but I don't know without testing. So here's a good idea. Go find a snapshot of a website that's currently not ranking in your same niche, even in the same location. If you're doing local, for example, you could go just pick a competitor's site that's ranking on like page 2 or 3, right? And then go to the Wayback Machine, archive.org, find their site, grab one of the snapshot URLs or several of them, and then you build links to it and see what happens. Like that way you're not testing on your client site, right? But you're testing on somebody else's site that's not performing well anyway. So what's gonna, I mean, if it causes positive movement, so what? You saw some positive movement. Now you know it's something you could duplicate again. I would recommend testing it on more than just one location, because one result is not good enough for me to say, yeah, that's law. This works, right? You got to be able to duplicate it more than one occasion. But if you get positive movement, then you could, test it again on another one. If you get positive movement again, then you could test it again or start applying it to your own projects, right? If you get negative movement, try it on another property again. If you get negative movement again, then it's probably likely that it's not a good thing to try or to test, right? Just a couple of things you can do. But guys, test. I got away from testing last year because I didn't have the time to do it. And now part of the reason I do my Twitch streaming stuff in the morning was specifically to force myself to be able to start testing again, because I enjoy that. And that's how you remain sharp in SEO. Does that make sense?